My name is Craig Nash. I'd like to welcome you to it's a grand life, another version of it, if you will. Last time we talked about what motivated my wife and I to make the decision to become our granddaughter Grace's guardian. And we really felt we had no choice. I just want to spend a little time on that today, if you will. Our daughter has been living in the inner city of Detroit, in and out of kind of like, it looks almost like a war-torn neighborhood. The best way to describe it, if you're not from the city, you probably know of what some tough inner city neighborhoods look like. And so fear of safety for our granddaughter was a huge motivator. And the other thing was because we weren't guardians, we really couldn't control who our daughter or our granddaughter associated with. And unstable living conditions were just a huge concern. I mean, right now our daughter is in and out of essentially burned out or empty houses without heat, without electricity half the time, without water and running toilets, and that's just really hard for us to fathom from that standpoint. So the unstable living conditions were a real concern. And in addition to that, unstable friend choices. After my daughter suffered sexual trauma in high school at the hands of a trusted friend, and we didn't even know about the trauma until many years after it happened. But things started to head downhill quickly after that. But so you have this poor self-image, and you start hanging around with hardcore drug people, and that made us absolutely terrified for the health and safety of our little granddaughter. There once was a time when before the situation really escalated with my daughter, she and I worked at the same place, and one day she took our granddaughter Grace in her car and picked up a man. I don't know what the situation was, but this, as far as their connection, but this gentleman had an extensive criminal history, and my daughter had him drive her to work and gave him her car to drive our granddaughter around during the day while she was at work. And when I heard that, I had folks from the office calling me. In fact, I think I had left that job, and some of my old friends from the company were calling me and telling me of this situation. As a grandparent, I want you to know there is nothing more terrifying than a 1 or 2 or 3-year-old granddaughter or grandson driving around with a convicted felon, someone you did not know, and totally out of your hands and out of your care. And I have never, I mean, I've prayed in my life, but I have never prayed this hard in my entire life, where I shouted to the Lord and cried out to him. And by his grace, he heard me and brought our granddaughter home, and brought our daughter home safely as well at that time. So if you don't have control over a situation for someone you love so much, like your granddaughter, and even your daughter, you want what's best for her, but she's not listening to you. She's not hearing you, and the behavioral health issues and the substance abuse had a higher level of importance than mom and dad. As one of our friends told us, you can only save one, and you have to make the very tough decision. Who are you going to pull out of the flames? And our beloved little granddaughter Grace did not ask for this. And, we just felt that it was time at the right time, it was time to pursue legal action. She was gone, hadn't been home for 8 or 9 months at this point. When she was home, she was mostly sleeping things off, and was fired from her employment because of irregular attendance. But a great kid beneath all that. And this trauma that she has been through has put her on this path, and we are praying every day. And I hope you'll join us to pray for her. And believe me, if you let me know about your situation, we'll be praying for you, because we've got a God who answers prayer, by the way. And we don't have enough time for me to share all the answers to prayer that we've had in our grand life, but this is one of them. If we can encourage you, there are some days it's hard to lift your head off the pillow. Right, Grandma, Grandpa? There's some days you're going, God, you're the only one that gets me in this. And I just want you to know He is real, and He is listening, and He will sit next to you when your granddaughter is riding in that car with that criminal. And you're like, God, unless you move, I am in the deepest of weeds. My soul can't handle this. And you'll be amazed at how He works it out. This has been another version of It's a Grand Life. We love you. We're praying for you. Reach out to us on Facebook, and please sign up for us on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. And we look forward to spending more time with you next time on It's a Grand Life. God bless you. Remember to never waste your pain. Your story can help others. That's the whole point of It's a Grand Life. Please reach out to me. I can be a blessing to you and pray for you, or help you connect to free resources that can make your journey a little easier. God can use your situation to bless others, even halfway around the world. Together, we have hope. And as my own grandma used to say, and she was always quoting biblical promises to me, but this one from Isaiah 26:3, He will keep him or her in perfect peace, whose mind is fixed on Him, because he trusts in Him. Please make sure to subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss an episode. I look forward to talking to you again real soon, but remember, with God's help, it's a grand life.